Welcome to Dwarvenkegger. I'm Tanner.
And I'm Ron.
And today we have the pleasure of reviewing Founder's Breakfast Stout.
Breakfast Stout, little baby. Little baby. Try and get some breakfast stout.
8.3 ABVs, 60 IBUs. Ooh. This is a... Can you stop?
I'm just trying to get,
trying to
jam it up.
Hype train. Woo! Double chocolate coffee oatmeal stout. Crack that bad boy open. Okay. Like, subscribe, hit that little bell at the bottom. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook for all sorts of Dwarvenkegger shenanigans. And if you want to support the craziness and be a kegger head, check out our Patreon. Super cool.
Kegger heads unite.
Woo!
All two of you.
Or one. Which one?
All one of you.
All 16. So, first thing you notice about this, pours out like motor oil. Let's
real black.
Swirl it around, see what kind of head we get on that. A mulatto. Coffee.
Mainly coffee.
A little chocolate.
A little vanilla in there. A little hint of vanilla.
There it is.
You got some goodness?
There it is. Coffee, chocolate, smoothness. I can assume that the IBUs are coming from the coffee.
Or the alcohol.
Or the alcohol. I get a stronger alcohol taste with this than you would expect with Founders. I don't know. It's coming through a little stronger than I thought it would be. I mean, not that 8.3% alcohol by volume is anything to play around with. But
it's not. It's not.
But at the same time, kind of a strong 8.3.
It's true. Yeah.
I do like the coffee notes. I like the chocolate notes. It's smooth. It's drinkable. Not crushable. Drinkable.
I mean, I go through a 4-pack of this in a night. I can do that.
In a night? I mean, I don't know. I feel like it'd be full. You know what I do? I've had this beer before, and I can honestly say that this is my number one, if you were to ever drink a beer with a dessert, this is the one.
Ice cream.
Oh, man. Reason
Chocolate
being,
cake.
Rich desserts. I think of rich desserts, I think of this beer. Reason is coffee. Reason is the reason is because you get the coffee. You know, coffee and sweets go like hand in hand.
That's why everybody does coffee after their dinner. You know.
Yeah, it makes sense. I support those kind of people. I like the beer. I think
good.
It's good.
It's a good beer.
I think it's solid.
It is a salad.
Solid. Syllable. Father bands, and nice county. It's good. It's good.
It's a good beer.
And you know what I like about this a lot too? Is you can find this stuff anywhere. I mean, most liquor stores carry it. It's a good year-round kind of stout that you can get down with.
Stout.
I like it.
So it's a good stout.
It's a good stout. It's a good stout. A good stout.
I like the acid caramel flavor that you get.
Definitely.
It's pretty deep caramel at the very end. It's really nice.
A little bit of lacing, which you can expect.
Which
you can expect with a 8.2 or 8.3 or whatever the hell this is. I keep wanting to say it's 8.3.
It's 8.3. It's 8.3.
Okay, so I keep wanting to mess that up.
Yes, you do.
A little bit of lacing. It kind of... Where does it drop off? Here's my problem. I compare this to KBS. I know I shouldn't. I know they are very similar beers.
It's a bad idea.
This isn't KBS. Because when you drink this beer, you almost get the impression, if you're an experienced stout drinker, that there's something missing. And the one thing that's missing that KBS has that this doesn't have is that barrel bourbon flavor. You know what I'm saying?
It's your own fault for...
It is. It is the beer snob in all of us. Schnob. That makes this difficult. Because you're like, wow, that's good. Ooh, but it's not KBS. And that's not really fair. Because this is a good beer. It really is. But
it is a good beer.
It's just, man. It's not as good as it could be.
Man.
You know what I compare this to?
KBS, you just said it.
No. Cinema.
Oh, movies.
Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi is a phenomenal film. It's actually my favorite Star Wars film, but it's no Empire Strikes Back. You know what I'm saying? And to compare it to that's not fair because I think Return of the Jedi is a phenomenal movie. I really do. It's my favorite Star Wars movie. But if you compare it to something like Empire Strikes Back or even New Hope, I mean, you're gonna kind of fall a little short.
I mean, it's no episode 1.
How dare you even bring up episode 1 ever? I mean, it's no episode 3, but I mean...
Hey, at least episode 3 actually explains some things.
That's fair.
Unlike episode 1. Pod races, guys!
Oh my gosh.
Let's go to the pod races!
There's so many things wrong with episode 1.
Jar Jar Binks, guys!
I remember, I mean, I'm sure you do too, when episode 1 came out, the world was losing its mind. Okay?
Oh my god, they made another one!
The hype was so intense that there was no way that episode 1 could have ever lived up to
well,
the
I mean,
hype surrounding
it's because it's garbage in the first place.
Well,
it's
that's what sucked though. It's not
like
only
a
was
burning garbage pile.
it was like a tire fire.
Tire fire.
But it's kind of like if you were out in the middle of the wilderness and you're getting ready to die from exposure, but then you came up on a tire fire. It doesn't make the tire fire better, but it does make it, acceptable.
What in the hell are you talking about?
We all crowded around episode 1 because we just wanted Star Wars, okay? We all got excited about it. It was still a tire fire, though. It wasn't great.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with dying from exposure?
I'm saying, we were so thirsty. We were so ready to die on Star Wars.
So why didn't you just say that, when you come up upon, like animal piss?
What?
'Cause you can't drink animal piss and be, get the sustenance you need from it.
I'm just saying that the hype leading up to Star Wars episode 1 was partially fueled by the fact that we had not had a Star Wars movie in years and years and years. Much like if you were getting ready to die of exposure, you would just be happy to see fire. You didn't care what kind of fire, but then you got closer and you're like, oh, this is a tire fire. This is a garbage fire. This isn't good, but it's warmth, whatever. It's Star Wars.
So that's where you were going with it.
Yeah, in a very convoluted, roundabout way.
Yeah, that was very roundabout.
I give this a solid 4.
4.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I drink it again. Cheers.